They silenced his voice, locked his body, tried to bury his name. But Buju Banton didn't break. He mutated. From steel bars to sacred halls, from prison clothes to royal robes. He didn't just survive the system, he studied it, outsmarted it. And now, he walks with the stillness of a monk in the memory of war. He speaks like thunder behind velvet. Entire nations lean in. This isn't just reggae. It's spiritual warfare in silk. This is Buju Banton. He's not just a man. He's a movement carved in sound. Born Mark Anthony Meary in Kingston, Jamaica, July 15, 1973. Buju was one of 15 children, raised by a single mother in Salt Lane, a tough corner of the capital in a neighborhood where dreams cost more than rent, where opportunity was a rumor and poverty permanent. There were no trust funds, no mentors, no safety nets, just zinc rooftops, concrete heat, and hunger that taught hustle. His mother was a hard-working street vendor, sold everything from ground provisions to wisdom. His father, mostly absent, but the absence became fuel. By age 11, Buju was already performing under the name Gargamel, not because he was trying to be cute, but because even as a boy, his voice had bite, a growl, a warning, a weapon. He didn't just grow up in Kingston, he survived it. He soaked up the raw energy of dub plates, dance hall clashes, political unrest, and street sermons. And by the time most kids were learning fractions, Buju was learning flow. Rhythm, range, resistance. His idols weren't presidents, they were prophets. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Joseph Hill. But Buju didn't want to copy them. He wanted to carry the fire further. At 15, he recorded his first song. By 17, he was a fixture at King Jammy's studio. By 19, he broke Jamaica's all-time record for most #1 singles in a year. Not by chance, but by pressure, by prophecy. He was a barefoot prophet with dreadlocks and destiny in his lungs. Because when you grow up with nothing, every lyric is life or death. Today, Buju Banton moves like a monarch. He lives above the clouds in a private hilltop estate overlooking Kingston. No address, no press, no posts, just gates that never open, unless he says so. Inside his estate, the air feels different. Open-air courtyards invite wind and wisdom. Handcrafted mahogany furniture lines the space like sculpture. Ancestral drums sit quietly, as if listening. From carved clay bowls, incense rises, slow, deliberate, sacred. The stone floors, imported and cool, echo with barefoot steps and intention. His music studio is state-of-the-art and silent. It hums with potential, not noise. Everything is placed with purpose. He wears custom caftans in rich earth tones, stitched not for fashion, but for meaning. His jewelry tells no stories of excess, only heritage. Amulets passed down, rings etched with memory, beads carved from rare wood and prayer. When he travels, he does so in silence and style. He skips fashion shows and appears at ancestral gatherings, royal ceremonies, sacred grounds. There's no wristwatch, because time bends for those who live with purpose. Buju doesn't flaunt wealth with Lambos or iced-out chains, just deep roots and receipts. He invests in land, in legacy, in loyalty. Buju's lifestyle post-prison? Not loud, not flashy, not fake. It's earthly royalty. He grows his own herbs, bathes in rivers, and cooks with firewood. But let's rewind to the 1990s. While the world watched dancehall growl and glitter, Buju chose a different drum. He shifted, transcended, turned pain into prophecy. Songs like Untold Stories and Destiny weren't just hits, they were hymns for the unheard. And when he embraced Rastafari, the transformation was seismic. Gone were the brash lyrics of youth. In their place, consciousness, conviction, clarity. Buju became more than a voice, he became a vessel, speaking to poverty, justice, liberation, love. He filled stadiums without selling out. He became what few ever manage, a cultural force. But empires tremble, and in 2009, his did. The US indicted Buju on federal drug charges. The world gasped. Some turned their backs, others held their breath. The trial was a spectacle. The sentence, 10 years, a decade in a concrete box. Most artists vanish after that, but Buju, he went deeper. He read, wrote, prayed, trained his body like a warrior and his mind like a monk. For 10 years, the music world forgot, but Jamaica never did. They waited, quietly, faithfully, because they knew when Buju returned, he wouldn't just perform, he'd transform. In December 2018, the prison gates opened. No entourage, no announcement, just Buju, head high, back straight, eyes full of fire. What followed was a homecoming for the ages. The Long Walk to Freedom tour at Kingston's National Stadium in March 2019. 35,000 people, sold out in hours. The biggest homecoming in modern Jamaican history. It wasn't just a concert, it was spiritual, historical, unforgettable. Politicians stood, preachers cried, generations sang, because this wasn't about Buju alone. It was about all who've been silenced, broken, buried, and still rise. But Buju Banton didn't just return, he recalibrated. And in 2025, the lion roared again. 20 years since he last stepped foot on a Los Angeles stage. And now, he sold out the Hollywood Palladium, not with pop hooks or TikTok noise, but with presence. No gimmicks, no fluff, just Buju, dreadlocked. The crowd didn't just dance, they bowed. Then came the grin, the pause, the fire. When the mic passed back to him, Buju smiled, paused, and said a sentence that sent shockwaves through the Caribbean diaspora. Me want see the gal, dem bubble and wine up again. Translation? He wanted the dance hall back, the heat, the hips, the heartbeat of a culture. He's not here for remembrance. He's here for reclamation, a new global agency. Headline shows locked in Atlantic City, a dance hall album that bends sound, but never his spine. He's not chasing the charts. He's correcting the course. In interviews, he speaks with fire and restraint, warning the world that reggae is being diluted, that the roots are being stripped for clicks. But Buju, he's planting trees again, rebuilding the sound, reclaiming the rhythm, and reminding everyone that in this game, authenticity is luxury. Buju owns real estate in Kingston and St. Anne. He's part of a silent network of Caribbean investors in land, wellness, and music IP. He's turned publishing into a portfolio and licensing into quiet leverage. In 2021, he launched the Buju Banton Foundation, supporting at-risk youth across Jamaica. And it's not just donations, it's mentorship, vocational training, scholarships, gardens in poor neighborhoods, laptops in rural schools, hope with his own hands. While others chase followers, Buju chases alignment. He's turned down record deals, walked away from commercial collabs. Because freedom has no sponsor, he's not looking to be understood by the algorithm. He's looking to be remembered by generations, and he's not alone. Burna Boy calls him legend. Snoop calls him truth. DJ Khaled calls him the realist. But Buju, he just calls himself a servant of the Most High. That's not branding, that's legacy. In a world that confuses noise with greatness, Buju Banton is a whisper that reshapes the wind. He was canceled before canceling was cool, but he came back with fire in his chest and peace in his eyes. He was the silence. Now he's the signal. This isn't just a name. It's a force, a frequency, a flame.